Hi folks, Joblot Comics here. We're looking at another Bronze Age classic, Hands of Shang Chi, Shanghai. Anyway, Master of Kung Fu number 37. This was the classic run from Master of Kung Fu. It is a completely underrated Marvel Kung Fu extravaganza. Ran for a really, really long time. I think there was 125 issues in the initial run. This is issue number 37. And oh, this cover's just tremendous. What is it about those black background covers? They're really hard to get in high grade because of course you see the spine ticks and everything there. But you know, from a distance, these black background covers are just phenomenal. This was the second part of a two-part story. Here's the credits up there. Doug Moench writing it. Keith Pollard, interestingly, doing the art here with Sal Trapani on the inks. Web of Dark Death. This is the second part of a two-part story. I remember reading this when I was really young. I think it's from 1976, so I'd have been very young at the time. And it was just a fascinating story of ninjas and fantasy creatures in a circus carnival. And Shang was sort of caught in the middle of it all, and it was fantastical and mythical and just really, 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 really weird. And even at the end of it, when you get a conclusion to this whole thing, it still didn't wrap itself up. There's some great moments in it that are very unlike other issues of the story because it was so fantastical. As I get through this, Big Jim's pack, then you'll see what I mean. So you get a lot of lore, a lot of world building, you get backgrounds for these characters, you get their backstory. If they were to do this now, it would be a 12-issue maxi series, probably written by Tom King, and it would go into each and every character would have its own arc, and Doug Moench could throw something like this together in 2 issues, even if it was just filler for the comic strip, yeah, and would build a world, create a lore, give you these exciting new characters, and then just throw them away because, you know, they were just jobbing artists and writers who had to do this every day of the week, and they would come up with, every now and then they would just hit a jackpot with a storyline, yeah. So, and as far as I'm concerned, these 2 issues were just phenomenal, so good to look at. So well written, even the artwork, even though it's not my favourite Shang artist is Paul Galusi, even he's not on the chores here, and even at that it didn't matter because, you know, you get this kind of stuff. Dark Strider, and then we get a kind of, we get a good action-packed finish. Of course, you get Bruce Lee. Where Bruce Lee? And we get a big action-packed finale. Spider-Man selling Twinkies. Introducing Howard and Omega. And then back to our story. And then here's that strange finale at the end where everything just sort of disappears. Shang's left wondering what was going on, walks off into the sunset. It's just phenomenal. You can even on the back. Isn't that a great issue? I hope you enjoyed looking at that. This is one of those comic book covers I would put in a frame and hang up my wall, and it would just look great. And Shang looks good in that red and yellow pajama suit, and there's Dark Strider and the Warlords of the Web. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one.